Hello from HW Group. In this video we will look at the scheduler and the two ways of using it. The first way is to use it as an action filter, and the second way is to use it as an action trigger. In this video we will show configuration examples for both cases. For our first example, let's imagine this scenario. We want to set up a scheduler for temperature alerts. The alerting should be active only on business days during working hours. However, we also want to exclude public holidays from business days. The alerting should be inactive on public holidays, just like on weekends. In the Perseus device web interface, navigate to the Control tab and click on the scheduler. Click the New Schedule button to create a new schedule. Let's name it so we can recognize it correctly afterwards. When we created the scheduler, it got one time window. Each scheduler can have more than one. In this first time window, we will use the include type. Include means that the schedule is active within the defined interval and inactive outside the defined time. If you choose exclude, it means the opposite, the scheduler will work outside the defined time interval. Next, we select the starting date when we want the scheduler to start. Let's use today's date. In the time slots, we define the working hours for the day. The type of our time slot will be start and end. Now we insert the start of working hours and the end of the working hours. We want repetition every workday of the week, so we select repeat frequency as weekly, and by clicking on particular days, we can select which days of the week this will repeat. We select days from Monday to Friday. The repetition frequency could be different for each time window if we had more time windows. Now we need to create a new scheduler that will contain all the public holidays. Let's click the New Schedule button. Let's name this scheduler Public Holidays. We will use include type. For the start date, we choose the date of the first upcoming public holiday. In the time slots, we use the start and end type. For our case, it would be sufficient to set the time to working hours. But if we want to use the public holiday scheduler in the future, it would be more versatile if we set the time from midnight to midnight. The repeat frequency will be yearly, with repetition every year, and we select all days when there is a public holiday. Now let's go back to the first created schedule and add a new time window. The type of this window will be exclude schedule, which means that we exclude another previously created scheduler from the current one. Now we select the public holidays schedule to be excluded. Now our schedule for working days without public holidays is complete. Make sure to click the Save button to save everything. Now that we have created the scheduler, we attach it to a condition. Based on this condition, we create an email alert action. By using a condition with an applied scheduler, we can control whether the action can take place. When the scheduler is active, the action can occur. When it's inactive, no action is triggered. Now, let's apply the scheduler to a condition. Go to the Monitoring tab and the Condition section. We have a condition created for our temperature sensor. Click on the condition and in the Schedule section, choose the Working Days scheduler that contains the exclusion for public holidays. Click the Save button to save it. Now the condition is active only when the scheduler is active. The last step is attaching the condition to an action. In the Control section, under the Actions tab, create a new action. We select email as an action type and then give it a name. Now, we fill in all the necessary entries for our action. In the condition filters, we select any condition, change state, and also select ignore inactive by schedule state change, because we don't want to receive alerts for this. In the condition section, click Assign and assign the condition to which we have applied the scheduler. That's all for the action settings. Click Save to save it, and now it's all done. We created an action that will send an email when the temperature goes outside the range defined in the condition, but only on workdays and excluding public holidays. Let's configure the scheduler for this use case. We want to receive emails with sensor values each morning and evening. To configure the scheduler as an action trigger, go again to the web interface, to the Scheduler section under the Control tab. Create a new scheduler and name it. We will use the include type for the scheduler. For the start date, we can use today's date. For the time slot, for sending emails, the type can be just start only, because it's a one-time action. However, if we wanted to switch outputs based on the scheduler, we would need to configure the end time as well, because when an output is connected, it must also be disconnected. For the morning time, we use 8 AM, and then we create a new time slot, also with the only start type, and we use an evening time. We can go with 8 PM. Now, for the repeat frequency, we select daily with repetition every day. We can click Save to save the scheduler. Now, let's create the email action. Go to the Control section to the Actions tab. Create a new action of the email type. Then name it. Select the email template and then select the target. In the condition filters, you can uncheck the enabled execution filter because we want execution based only on the scheduler. Click Save. Then go to the Planner section, click Assign, and select your scheduler. Then click Save, and your email report sending action is now complete. With this setup, emails with the sensor values will be sent every morning and evening. Using the scheduler as an action trigger makes sense for periodic email alert sending, for example, reports with sensor values. It can also be used for turning on heating or ventilation at preset times via relays. Also, the scheduler can be the main component of data logging that takes place at times defined by the Perseus scheduler. That's all for today's video. Thank you for your attention.